Hey y'all, happy new year. Happy 2023. So I know some of y'all, if not everybody, like, where is my man? Or when am I going to get married? When is he coming? Like, I've been waiting for a long time. I've been, doing the work. Like, I keep meeting, you know, these frogs or these frogettes, and I'm just really waiting for my person to come. Like, just like this meme says, just give me the tracking number. I just want to know about where he at, where she at. So I kind of want to go over the horoscope for 2023 for all the signs. Now I'm going to separate them into quadruplicities. Um, so that means it'll be Cancer, uh, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn together. It'll be Gemini, Sag, Virgo, and Pisces together. So just listen out for your sign in those different sections. I will only be looking at the Venus and Moon sign, and then maybe even your rising sign. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so those with Venus and Moon in Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, Aries. Okay, there is somebody coming this year. There should be some energy, especially for those in Libra and Aries. There should be some energy in luck in the love life this year. It should be fun. Um, it definitely will be this abundant, expansive energy. Now, one thing you have to be careful of is overindulgence, or being promised more than what the person can deliver, or you promising more than you can deliver. You have to be very mindful of that in this year, especially for those with the Cancer Capricorn um, signs, because Jupiter will be squaring the signs. But that Jupiter influence will possibly bring someone who has the Jupiterian influence. That is larger than life, that is grandiose, likes to travel, likes to get out and do things. They're philosophical. So this should be really, really fun. This should be a fun year. There are no influences that are limiting or restricting the energy. So it should really be a fun time. Now, whether it's a stabilizing energy, whether this will last, that's to be seen. We have to see other things that may, be happening with this person in their chart, in your charts together. But just right now, just go out and have fun. Put yourself out there, get out there and date, go places, so that you can be seen, because you are going to have this exuberant energy that will attract other people. So this is a happy time. It's a fun time. There will be an eclipse in April in Aries. So this is like the first of the eclipses that will be happening in the Aries Libra axis. So this should, usher in something new. Some new energy surrounding your love life. Now, Venus can also be money. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. This is about beautiful things, finances. So there could be a lot with self-love. So all of that good stuff will be happening this year. So just keep that in mind as you're, going through 2023. Now, this energy will only be in effect until about May of 2023. So get out there and utilize this energy right now. One thing I do want to say for those with Cancer rising, I believe, Jupiter will be in your 10th house. So there is a focus of 10th house energy. So you definitely want to take advantage of any opportunities that may be there. There will be a lot of activity in that house. So please take advantage of that. You may not need to really focus on your love life right now, because the workforce may be jumping. Okay. So but overall, I think this will be a good year, especially for those in the earlier degrees of, the cardinal signs. The later degrees, when I'm talking about 27, 28, 29 degrees, that may be a little bit different because we do have Pluto energy there. And so I won't say maybe, it will be different because the Pluto energy will be there, and it is there throughout this year into 2024. So there's some work to be done um with that, so that's something that I can talk about in a later post. But that's more of a transforming love. That is going not going to be fun light energy. That is deep, and that is transformative energy, so we need to look out for that there. Okay, so if we move on to the Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus um energies, the fixed signs. Depending on what degree your Venus and moon sign is in these signs, this could be a very interesting year for you. Um, some shocking things that could happen, some unexpected things that could happen in your love life, or it already has happened for some of you. So I will brace yourself. Doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It really just depends on, you know, how you deal with Uranian energy. Okay, so this is especially true for those with the Venus or Moon at 19 to 23 degrees, because Uranus will be going back and forth over those degrees throughout 2023. So it is going to make 3 hits, which is going to be pretty significant. So I would think back to around, I believe, 2000, to see kind of what was happening then, because the same influence was happening. I talk about that in one of my blog posts, just about how this cycle occurred some years ago. And if you go back and look at that cycle with Uranus and Saturn hitting these same planets that it's hitting now, that's the same energy. They're flipped. The signs are flipped, but it is the same energy. So I will look at that to try to see kind of what could be happening around this time. Something to keep in mind too, though, Saturn needs to complete its cycle with these signs. Saturn is completing the cycle out of or transiting out of Aquarius. So that should be done, I would say, by the end of January, I believe, early, maybe February. I have to look at that. I'm sorry. But that needs to finish up. So that is kind of making its way out, but it's still not completely out. So there's probably are some remnants of that still going on. So this probably was a tough year. With the Saturn hitting your Venus and Moon. This is probably has been a challenging year. A lot of lessons being learned, a lot of hardships, some, just depending on how you deal with the energy, it could have been just hard, maybe even sad, So this Uranian energy is going to come and break all that up. Okay. It is going to be like, all right, let's now go out, have fun. Let's, we ain't got to be so uptight. We ain't got to, be so limited. Let's break free. So it is going to bring some breakout energy into your life. Some surprises could be in store. So keep that in mind. For those with Taurus signs, there could be, because Uranus is going to be directly on your signs, there could be love at first sight experiences, or feeling like it's love at first sight. So please be cautious of this energy. Okay, you don't want to do things that is going to make you regret something later. Do not make any final decisions until the end of this year. Now, one thing to also keep in mind, that Pluto will be going into that sign, into Aquarius, but it won't stay long. So you may get a brief, a glimpse of what that energy could be like before it leaves again, but it's coming back in 2024. So we'll talk about that. There are eclipses happening this year that started off last year, and it's going to go into this year. So there are some major changes for your love life that can be happening this year. So I will definitely watch out for that. There was an eclipse in November that will be in effect until May, but then another eclipse is going to happen. So there are some things for sure changing for these particular signs. And again, this is the Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus axis. So just just be ready, okay? Be ready for these changes to happen, and embrace it, especially after the year that you've had. It may be kind of a big shift for you to have to go from Saturn to Uranian energy, but that's what the universe is calling in. So that's what we need to kind of go with. Again, don't just be so out there where you just make these rash decisions, okay? All right, so let's move into Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces. So this is the mutable signs. In March, this could be a time of serious commitment because we have Saturn moving into Pisces, okay, which opposes Virgo and it squares Gemini and Sag. Okay, this could indicate, like I said, a serious commitment. This could be a meeting of an older partner. You're weighing relationship decisions. This isn't necessarily a fluffy time, okay, especially for those in the earlier degrees of these signs. This could be a period of testing. Making sure you pick the right partners. Are you still making the same mistakes in love? If you're in a relationship, could this be a time of taking the next step? If you've been ignoring things, there could be some cracks in the foundation that happens. And so you have to really assess what you want and what you need in a partner, okay, or in a relationship. So this is definitely going to be a time for you to do that. Money can also be a little tight, so I hope you've been saving. I hope you have been cognizant of your spending, because with Saturn on Saturn on your Venus, that can be pretty tough for the finances. For those in the later degrees of these signs, so we're talking, I believe, 23, 24, 25. Neptune is on your Venus, and so this could be clouding your judgment. Like, you want romance and you're just idealizing someone right now, so be careful of this, and you want to make sure you wait till this influence pass before you make a final decision with the relationship, because right now you're on cloud nine. You feel like your soulmate has come, and I'm not saying he or she hasn't come, but you just want to be careful of falling into that. And then once this transit passes, you're like, whoa, what happened? You're not living with those rose colored glasses anymore. So just understand too that soulmates come with baggage. Soulmate comes with drama. So this may feel like a soulmate. But soulmates are not easy. So keep that in mind. Use your creative ability, because that's what Neptune energy brings in. So write, do photography, something creative. Okay. So this is the horoscopes for 2023. I will definitely try to come out with more to hone down a little bit more what's going on with each horoscope throughout the year. But I am excited for this year. I got a lot of activity going on in my horoscope, but I have seen a lot over this last year, and I know that this year it's time for some of you, so get ready.